everyone, I just wanted to do a little video about our wisdom panel experience. And if you don't know what a wisdom panel is, it is a dog DNA test. What you do is you order the wisdom panel. It comes in a little box. I got mine, I've done it 3 times because I have 3 dogs. I got mine on Amazon because I feel like that was where I found the best deal. And once we got them on Amazon, what happens is there's a little kit. You end up having to send it back once you swab your dog. So basically what you do is like, there's a little bristle brush, and what you would do is you would lift up the dog's like gums and put the bristle brush in there and like get some of their DNA on the bristles. And then once they have the DNA on the bristles, you have to let it dry for a few minutes, and then you put it back in the sealed envelope, and then you put it back in the sealed envelope, and then you go online and you fill out your information first. It says like your dog's name, if you have thoughts of what type of dog this may be, like, oh, I think this is a boxer, I think this is a lab. You can kind of put that in, so maybe they have somewhere to start. I don't know. I didn't do that because I just wanted to really see like if what we thought the dog was is what they would say that it was, because let's face it, when you have a pit bull, like everything is a pit bull. They're like, this is a pit bull, this is a pit bull mix, because everything with this kind of like head shape they think is you know, pit bull mix. So basically everything that you get, because all our dogs are rescues, is they think like, you know, that's the most common, you know, breed. We didn't get our dogs all at once, so we didn't do the wisdom panels all at once. We did them like with each dog. So I think we did Emma first because we had her first, and hers came back that she was all Amstaff, and I wasn't really positive. I mean, you have to take it with a grain of salt because who knows if these are correct. I mean, that's just what it came back as, so who knows if her great-great-grandma was some lab or something, but that's what she came back as. And that's kind of what she was listed as, was a pit bull at the Humane Society where we got her at. And then Doc, he was listed as an Amstaff mix or a pit bull mix at the place we got him, and he was one we weren't really sure if he had any of that in him because he has a different style face and stuff, so I wasn't really sure what he'd be. And I mean, it did come back saying he was an Amstaff mix, and that was the only breed they could even identify in him because he was such a mix. Like, he was a mix of a mix of a mix. Like, who knows really what else was in there, but he was a mix. We just don't know with what. And then Alice's came back and said that she was a purebred Amstaff, and it like used that phrase, and I don't know how true that is, but Alice was is our last dog that we got, and she came from the rescue group that we volunteer for, and she was our foster dog. And how her story is that she was some kind of backyard breeder, surrendered her litter to the vet because they were all dying because they had parvos. I think like half of her litter died because they weren't vaccinated, so that's why it's important to vaccinate. And I mean, backyard breeders, they don't need to exist because they're not doing things correctly and the dogs are getting sick and they're dying. So Alice she had parvo, and then she came to us, and then we adopted her, and she that's what it said she was. So I mean, she kind of looks like it. I kind of thought maybe she'd have some boxer in her because she has an underbite, but that's what it said for them. But that's kind of what happened with our results. And when they come back, it takes a couple weeks for the results to come back. So what happens is you send it off to the lab after you've put in your information online, like the dog's name, I don't know if it asks their weight or not, I can find the form. And then it says, you know, and then it'll come back with results, and it'll have little dogs, it'll say Alice, and then it'll have like the dogs matched up to see like, oh, these are her parents, these are her grandparents, and stuff like that. I think the kits are somewhere between $60 and $80, which isn't bad, but it's kind of expensive, so it's not like you want to do this just over and over and over again. But it was fun to try out. I think that if you're just curious because you don't know what your dog really is, and you know, Shelter said it was this, but I mean, really that's just somebody's guess of what they look like or what they think will get adopted. Or it could be like, it's a lab mix because, you know, labs are popular, so they just tend to put that as the mix a lot of times. So that's how that happens a lot of the times. And I just think it's kind of fun. You can think like, oh, what kind of dog is my dog really? And I think that it's interesting and fun, but I don't think that it's like a guarantee that that's really what it is. It's just kind of what their lab discovered. I think just with people, you have to take it like you know, this is probably what their mix is, but you know, who knows if it's 100% true or not. But it is a fun time, and I mean, if you want to do it, I don't think it's not, if you want to do it, it's not super expensive where I would be like, oh, you know, it's too expensive to do it. It's not like it's hundreds of dollars, but it's just something kind of fun to do, you know, for your dogs. And it's just something kind of fun to do for just, you know, just for an idea of what maybe your dogs will be, because maybe you have a really mystery dog. So I liked doing it. Would I do it if we got another dog? Sure, probably. I mean, I don't know if it's perfectly accurate, but it was a fun time and I did enjoy doing it. And I liked seeing the little results that come up, just some information about your dogs. But I mean, it was a good time. And then, you know, you can kind of have the knowledge like, yeah, my dog is mixed with this, or no, my dog's not this. So it's just fun to do. But yeah, that was kind of our experience. It was, I think that the hardest part about it is waiting. You have to wait a couple weeks for the results to come back. I think that's the longest, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not sure how long it was, but I always feel like that's the hardest part, is waiting for the results, because you're like, I put those results in and I just hate waiting. Like it's just hard for me. So it's all online, so basically you don't have to get anything in the mail back. Once you mail it in, you've put your ID number in, so they'll know, like they match it up with the kit that you did. So you swab them, put them in the kit, and then you put the number on the thing so it matches the sample, and they'll know like whose dog this is, so they know who you're emailing back to. And then when you get the email, you'll see like a whole bunch of information, like your dog is mixed with this and it's from this type of group. So yeah, that's all for now. I'll see you guys later.